Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, teacher.
someone asked me like, for example, subject. Actually has have. Someone asked me whether subject has have and after has have. If there is, if you are not talking, I want to request all of you to mute yourself. Yeah. So, well, I don't teach TOEFL classes. If you are not talking, if you are not talking to me, can you please mute yourself? When you join the meeting, I want all of you, please mute yourself. Otherwise, some students use their headphone, and so some students use their headphone. Well, the thing is, you need to write your group number. If you join on Facebook Live, please write your name and group number in Telegram, not in Facebook Live. Okay, so in that group, I saw someone ask like subject has F blessed. Subject has F. But three we call past participle. What kind of tense is that? What kind of tense is that?
Present perfect.
Present perfect.
Present perfect. Present perfect tense. For example, let's say I have washed my clothes. I've washed my clothes. So this is active voice, active voice. The thing is, before you ask me, I want you to, before you ask me, I want you to study the lesson first, Maybe he or she is confused with using has a plus, has a battery, and has a being defined. Actually, being is used in, for example, subject has have been defined. What kind of tense is that?
Present perfect.
Present perfect continuous.
Present perfect continuous. Is there anyone who can tell me one sentence? Who can tell me one sentence?
I have been studying my English.
I've been okay, good. I've been learning. I've been learning English lesson for
1 hour.
No,
for an hour. Okay. In this situation, if we want to describe the long action, starting since in the past until now, we have to use present perfect continuous tense. Yeah, present perfect continuous tense. So both of them are active voiced. Active voice. So in active, both of them are active voice. We use be and being. Has have been perfect for present perfect continuous tense. And subject had been perfect. What kind of tense is that?
Past
Perfect
continuous.
Past perfect continuous tense. We use past perfect continuous tense for what kind of action? Long action? Long
action and past.
long action in the past that had been going on for a long time. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 1 hour. Okay. So John had been, how can I say? John had been playing game. John had been playing game for 30 minutes. Last night, John had been playing for 30 minutes last night. So for the continuous action, that happening for a long time. That was happening for a long time in the past verb. That's perfect continuous tense. So, and future also, for example, I will have been listening to music. I'll have been listening to the music. Or I will have been watching movie for an hour night. So like this, for the long action, we have to use have, been, but for ing. And for this one, but for this one, I've washed my clothes. This is active voice. How about passive voice? Passive voice start with. Active voice start with. Active voice start with subject, verb, subject, passive. Okay. Passive, battery. That is active voice. Passive voice start with. Passive voice.
Yes.
Passive voice start with. Object. Why do we use the thing is, if you want to answer, I want you to firstly mute the subject, because some students they have to use headphone. Some students have to use headphone, in the live, I don't see myself. Okay. Well, I'm over there. Okay, I can see myself. So if you want to answer, I want you to, raise your hands up. Only then, please unmute yourself and answer. Yeah. So passive voice start with object. Okay. Passive voice start with object. Passive, past, or have, verb 3. Then maybe by subject. By subject. If we know who is the subject, we used by subject. So in what situation we use passive voice? In which situation we use passive voice? Actually, I have washed my clothes. This is active voice. I have washed my clothes. This is active voice. But, passive voice. Passive voice will be like, my clothes have been. My clothes have been.
What?
My clothes have been washed. No. My clothes have been washed by me. Okay, if we know who is the subject exactly, we have to use by subject. So in what situation we use passive voice? We use passive voice if, for situation, if we don't know, the most important thing is, if we want to highlight, object or situation, we use passive voice. Yeah. So for example, let's say, Japanese president was killed. Japanese president was killed. Yes.
I know they လို့ပြန်ထည့်လိုက်တယ် I လို့ they လို့ we လို့ဆိုပြီး by ပြန်မခံရဘူးမဟုတ်လားချဲ
I know they လို့
ဆိုပြီး by ထည့်စရာမလိုတော့ဘူးမဟုတ်လားချဲ
no, that is lie, that is wrong. That concept is wrong. Actually, only if the subject is someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, no one, nobody, we don't use by someone. There is no, if we use by someone, by people, by anyone, anybody, by no one, nobody, it's wrong. But if we know who is the subject, by me, by her, we have to write them. If we write them in the sentence, it's correct. If we don't write them in the sentence, also correct. But the rules is in passive voice, we don't have to use. We don't need to use. We are not supposed to use. We are not supposed to. We are not supposed to use by someone, somebody, no one, nobody. By someone, somebody, no one, nobody. But if you think that you shouldn't use by me, that is wrong. By her. If you might think that by her မသုံးရဘူးလို့သိထားရဆိုရင်အဲ့ဒါမမှန်ဘူး okay by them မသုံးရဘူးလို့သိထားရဆိုရင်အဲ့ဒါမမှန်ဘူး okay wait passive voiced the thing is like if you have learned wrong concept you might learn it it can affect the whole it can affect your knowledge